Marijuana is moving to a Schedule 3 drug. What does that mean for your security clearance? Hi, this is Lindy Kaiser with ClearanceJobs.com. Last week, the federal government proposed a rule that would move marijuana from a Schedule 1, the hardest line drugs, to a Schedule 3, available to be used with a prescription type of drugs. This is certainly not the gross, widespread legalization of marijuana. It is simply a proposed federal rule. It's up for public comment now, so you can check it out and respond, share your concerns, encouragements, questions there. In the months to come, based on this proposed rule, it will change to being a Schedule 3 drug, puts it in a category like with drugs like ketamine. We've discussed ketamine in your security clearance here before. Ketamine can be used by security clearance holders and applicants with a prescription. So again, marijuana would be in that category, would open up lanes for medicinal marijuana use to be legal. Now we're going to write about this at ClearanceJobs. What that means is the involvement of a few three-letter agencies. No, not the intelligence community, but the DEA and the FDA. So what will be seen will be interesting. There are obviously thousands of medicinal marijuana dispensaries across the U.S. Well, now those come under the purview and regulation of the DEA. And then for the FDA, has not done a lot of great research into medicinal uses of marijuana so far, has not approved any therapies, again, I think because of that way it's been categorized. So it would open it up to that, but I think what we're seeing is more federal regulation, more time. So what we say is one small step for marijuana, one giant leap for medicinal marijuana use down the road. What it won't do is help folks who would plan to or like to use recreational marijuana while holding a security clearance. What it will help with is those who would like to be able to pursue medicinal marijuana therapies, prescription drug use while having a clearance. Now, my caution is just because a federal rule is proposed, don't go out there and start using medicinal marijuana. The federal government takes a pretty hardline stance when it comes to rule following. And this is one of those where if you jump ahead of the federal government's policies, you could actually come back and bite you later. And it's not retroactive, because we've seen that too. Folks saying, hey, look, the government legalized this thing. If it was illegal when you did it, that's the stance you're going to come up against. So a lot of ways that can be mitigated. We write about that at ClearanceJobs. There's more opportunities to mitigate prior drug use, but especially in the IC where they have, again, that is those three-letter agencies that have taken a more hardline stance about prior drug use. This is not just a giant blanket umbrella that says just say yes to medicinal marijuana. I would still be cautious, wait till approved therapies are out there, get maybe prior approval from your employment. If you're a service member, work with the VA who has had some trials, medicinal therapies around marijuana. Those might be your avenues. But do not just go out to a dispensary where there's medicinal marijuana being sold and say, sign me up, it's Schedule 3 now, because we are months away from being Schedule 3. And even then, kind of some uncertainty around what DEA regulation, FDA regulation will come around approved therapies for those to truly be approved therapeutic uses for folks who work in national security. So movement of marijuana as a scheduled drug, good for those who want to pursue medicinal therapies and usage of the drug, not great for those who just want to do drugs. For more on drugs and your security clearance, though, visit us over at ClearanceJobs.